I want to talk about Marianne Williamson.
Oh yeah, we should. Another person who doesn't need Ozempic because she clearly has a strict dietary habits.
So thin, been thin her whole life.
Yeah.
Amazing lady. Running for president again. The only person I think who's running against Joe Brandon.
I want to ask
Democrat.
Roger Stone what his predictions are for the 2024 presidential race because there's like just literally no one running. I mean, there's people running, but it's so like nobody cares. I don't know who's running.
Donald Trump.
The Biden administration is really based because they achieved a remarkable thing, which is made everybody completely indifferent to politics.
Well, I think typically there's not many challengers to incumbent presidents. It's not something that you typically understood that the existing party's president will be,
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the whole field, like who's running against Biden.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, but
in the primary,
yeah.
Marianne Williamson and I am going to register again because I would register as a Democrat in California.
Yeah.
I'm going to register as a Democrat in New York to vote for Marianne, baby. And Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary, they asked her if Biden was frustrated by Marianne's announcement. She made some disparaging comments about crystal balls to dismiss and discount her as a political candidate just because she has absolutely no experience,
right.
and is a Washington outsider and a weird spiritual woman. I would be interested to see Marianne run a Republican campaign.
She's not going to do that.
I'd love to just get in her ear, just give her some tips because she needs. I become a high-level staffer in the administration. I moved to Washington, D.C. I'm embroiled in all sorts of mystical, new age political intrigue.
Free Ozempic for everyone.
First of all, free Ozempic.
Make America thin again.
Mm-hmm.
That should be her fucking slogan. Marianne, baby, hire us as political strategists.
Yeah.
Roger Stone's old. He's out the game. He's
want
pouring martinis in Little Italy. Somebody was like, Anna, you said that you would never trade your dignity for irrelevance. And I haven't because this is a totally irrelevant event.
It's going to be
more irrelevant.
This is a party
of literal who's.
Yeah. This isn't. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. When I was asked about the Roger Stone event, if people could see childlike enthusiasm and wonder that I was like, oh my God. I was like, Roger Stone. I was like, that freak who wears a top hat. I was like, I can't wait to talk to that guy. That's amazing. I was like, I can tell Donald Trump's going to come on the podcast.
Weird little freak monopoly man.
Now people are mad.
Can't be mad at our sincere jouissance.
Yeah. Heard of jouissance, bitch. Okay.
Our innocent and childlike wonderment at the thought of meeting one of our fashion heroes.
From the Nixon administration, y'all.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "You've been photographed with Proud Boys." I was like, what? You're really reaching for photographed with Proud Boys. Huh? And Tucker already blew the lid off the Jan 6th insurrection. We all know it's lies.
It's like Guantanamo for American citizens.
My feelings are facts, people, okay? So let's get that straight. Let's get that sorted out.
This is the natural conclusion of the Longhouse. But all's well that ends well.
And it will end well in a nuclear war. But not if Marianne.
When Marianne it's like that shitty boomer joke about how post-menopausal woman hits the nuclear war button.
She would never. She wouldn't, dude. She's probably still menstruating. She's amazing. She's fertile as a teenage girl. She's incredible. She's not a policy wonk, okay? So some of her politics aren't great.
They're just non-existent.
She wants to let the Crims out of jail, sure.
She does?
Yeah. I don't know if you watched her campaign announcement video. She's doing a lot of FDR signaling.
High key, Marianne freaks me out and always has because I'm a misogynist.
Girl.
That's my feelings or facts feeling. But I mean, I love Marianne, but
Someone
I'm also
needs to take
scared of her. She's like Madonna.
Sounds like someone needs to take another course in miracles. Anna. Okay.
I'm happy to not be a buzzkill and a hater this one time as a treat and to sit back and let people have their fanfare because she's not going to win anyway. So it's a moot point.
I want every listener of this podcast to register as a Democrat and vote for Marianne in the primary. But this is my endorsement to the Marianne Williamson Democratic campaign. We're all Democrats here. We know that. So just get out there and vote because she's intriguing. But this was my fantasy back in whatever, 2020? When was the last? Time flies. I want a Marianne Donald Trump
joint
debate.
ticket.
Yeah. Joint ticket, that'd be the dream, obviously. But I'd love to even see them debate. You can tell I'm talking like her because I'm gearing up to do my racist Marianne Williamson impression. Mr. President, if you're listening, I'm going to harness racism for political purposes, okay? In this country, we need to get real. We need to get real about IQ differentials. And the crims, they're a problem. There's no two ways about it. No, she has lots of normie, lib, whatever, policies. As she said, she's not a wonk, okay? She's not a Washington insider. She hasn't been compromised by any of these lobbyists. She's doing her own thing. And we could refine her message. We could harness the meme magic. It would be very interesting. And Ruby McAllister told me that Saturn is about to enter Pisces.
Yeah.
Which is a very miraculous placement. Let's just say that. So a lot of things are going to change around here.
Wait, Marianne's a Pisces, right?
She's a Cancer.
Oh.
She's a water sign.
She's a fucking Cancer on my life.
No, she's not.
No, she's actually really not.
You don't even think about
Marianne
her.
follows, so I'm trying to not get unfollowed. I'm trying to.
She follows you?
Yeah.
She doesn't follow me. And I'm a vocal Marianne
Dude.
Williamson supporter.
Everyone makes a big stink about Lana Del Rey, who I love.
Yeah.
But the two queens of America are clearly Marianne Williamson and Yoko Ono, and they both follow.
Dude, what the fuck, bro? Yoko Ono does not follow me, and neither does Marianne. I don't think Marianne follows me. What?
It's because they're addicted to my racism.
She doesn't follow me.
Just
Okay.
tweet at that hoe. She'll follow back.
No, she won't, dude. She's jealous of me. It's the only explanation. She senses my power. She knows. She knows I believe in miracles too. I'm also I'm seething, Anna.
Why?
That you got the Marianne follow back and Yoko Ono. And Yoko Ono's a Pisces.
The best rack in the game. I saw her at the 92nd Street Y several years ago.
Amazing music.
And
Best Beatle.
The titties look good for like 85 or whatever she was back in the day.
She's amazing. I
yeah.
love Yoko Ono.
Yeah. She should run for president. She's 90. That's about the right age for
I'd
president
vote
these
for
days.
her ass. Yeah.
Maybe we need to, Dasha, I think maybe you're right. And we need to accelerate the longhouse, accelerate the gynocracy.
Yes.
Get Marianne in the White House. What could possibly go wrong?
At least get her to unseat Biden. That would be, I mean, it's never going to happen. That's very nihilistic of me. I'm sorry, but I know we're here for miracles, but why doesn't she run for Senate or like some localized? She could win. She could be the mayor of some fucked up
She should take AOC's job.
She obviously lives in California. Mr. President.
No, why doesn't she start small? Well,
Joe
it's
Brandon.
the same reason that she freaks me out, because she's like a raging narcissist.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that in a woman. I think like you should be an overt rather than covert narcissist. It's a good and admirable quality. Yeah, she's a straight shooter. That's better than like today's female narcissists who are like always playing the victim and like talking about their trauma and how they felt raped on January 6th.
Mm-hmm. She made a video responding to Jean-Pierre, where she was like, I've never talked about crystal balls. I've never spoken about auras.
Well, what did Jean-Pierre say?
Jean-Pierre said, Marianne's candidacy. I guess, I don't know, maybe I have to have a crystal ball or read her aura or something to look, something so just, I was like,
it sucks that our political process now is just like,
this woman's running for president. Put some
snark?
respect on her name, okay? And she didn't do badly in the primaries. There was like 6 candidates. She got like 10% of the voters. She did fine.
She would also be our hottest and thinnest president.
Clearly. By
a long shot.
She's beautiful.
Which is cool.
She was a cabaret singer.
I know.
A challenger is welcome for me and I as a Democrat.
We've also never had a Jewish president.
So
that
true.
We've never had.
So true. She'd be the first Jewish president, female.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's about time.
She's also a Christian.
Yeah. She's the best kind of Jew.
Christian. Learned everything she knows from a 1970s New Age Christian course book called The Course in Miracles. Yeah. Which I have not read, but I have read.
We've read the book.
We read her book.
But it's honestly all a blur because we read it during the pandemic and I was taking selfies with it on the beach.
Babe, we did not read that during the pandemic.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Honey, we read it during the Democratic primaries.
Oh shit, sorry.
Yeah.
It's all a blur.
I know, it is all a blur. No. We read it around the time that Adam and I broke up, I think.
Oh.
Because I was really on my like miracles, like schizophrenic tips. I was having some mental health problems that were actually accelerated by Marianne Williamson. So I'd like to bring that kind of energy to Washington, D.C. And I think she would be a fine president. I don't think she would do anything, though. I don't know. But as a misogynist,
we need a January 7th.
We need a Jan 7th.
Where attractive thin people storm the Capitol.
For Marianne.
For Marianne.
They definitely steal the election from her. Oh. Damn.
Okay, you've convinced me.
I make a good
you've made a good case. You've convinced me.
Let's just at least try and get her to be the Democratic candidate.
Yeah, I like that Marianne is a brassy, brazen broad.
I'd love to get the two of them on the debate stage. They're both so
well. Trump cannot perform against a beautiful woman.
Yeah,
he, made a mockery out of Hillary.
He swept the floor with it.
Yeah.
We did it, Brandon. I want Marianne. One of the first things I'll say to Marianne is like, call him Brandon. Never say Biden again. Only call him Brandon. Then you're going to want to start doing some dog whistling. You're going to want to be signaling in the right ways, which she's not currently doing, which is hurting her campaign. You're going to want to be opening up a mega prison. Okay, you're going to want to
You want one of those Salvadorian prisons. Where they herd MS-13 members into the gas chamber on TikTok.
I would just...
And everybody
even a
pretends to
prison.
protest, but secretly cheers.
Some people do be pretending to protest who clearly do not understand the nature of gang violence in El Salvador the way I do.
My lived experience.
They don't have the level of expertise that I have on the subject, so they are making uninformed takes, which I would never do. I would never say something if I didn't have all the facts, okay? So why don't you sit your white ass down and listen? She should have ran as a Republican. That would be so... She needs to do the right-wing turn, just like us, because they're laughing her out of the... Dems are laughing at her.
They're laughing her out of the primaries. So true.
They're laughing. They're calling her a crystal ball lady. They're like, they don't like her mysticism. She could be capitalizing on that esotericism
I know.
in the right sphere, if you know what I mean. She could be a pagan princess. If she wanted, she could be kind of, she could harness, I'm harnessing vitalism for political purposes. She could be transmitting
I'm
a
harnessing
message.
egg slunking. I'm just kidding. That phrase should never come out of her mouth.
Her kind of quirked up esoteric vibe.
It fits more with the right. Marianne, ditch the losers and get with the winners. Just kidding. The right are clearly a band of huge losers.
Majorly totally disempowered. As we've talked about on this show, there's like a horseshoe between like hippies kind of and right-wing people, right? With like she should become like a Grateful Dead libertarian style,
like Ann Coulter,
Republican. Yeah, they have a similar. Ann Coulter's voice is higher, less smoky, but they have a similar like warbling kind of. They both have great hair. The first time I saw Marianne's hair, I was like, "What?"
I know.
I was like, "What color is that?"
Chestnut,
but also almost like iridescent, like purple, like kind of like really incredible hair. And she's so...
It's the color of getting your hair color treated one too many times.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
And I like the delusional confidence of running against an incumbent prez as a Democrat. As a total weirdo. I want a president who believes in miracles. And when Donald Trump won that...
I want a dictator.